When they say she get it from her mama, I'ma say you got it right. Body with a skin polite. Don't be in the humble type. Tell me, is you down? Cause I'm tryna go good tonight. Posing, hope you said the right. I just wanna live in a fantasy.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tatiana, and I am back with another video. Before we get this video started, you guys, make sure you go subscribe, turn on the notifications, and give this video a big thumbs up. By the title of this video, you guys know that I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 reasons why I regret moving back to my hometown. But before we get fully into the video, you guys know I gotta hit you with the verse of the day. So the verse of the day is coming to you guys from Proverbs chapter 1 verse 7, and it says, if you want to know how to live in a good way, you must first learn to respect the Lord with fear. Fools refuse to listen to wise teaching. So when I was listening to that this morning, basically they were just talking about the different types of fear that exist. The fear of the Lord is not about being scared of God. It's just about respecting God so much so that you really want to apply his teaching. You want to listen to his teachings and like really apply it to your life in a way that shows that you honor God. The love that God has for us, I don't know about y'all, but it just makes me want to try and love him as close, to be able to show my love for him and my respect for him, and having like that type of like awe and wonder for him that like I just want to live my life in the way that he wants for me to. That's the type of respect that we want to have. So you guys know what I always say, God is amazing. Get some Jesus in your life. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So reason number 1 why I regret moving back to my hometown is the feeling of feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, or feeling like I'm taking steps backwards. So for a little bit of context, for those of you who don't know, my family and I relocated to Houston almost 3 years ago, and we were in Houston for almost 3 years, but life, I'm not gonna say pushed us back to California, but life situations and things that were just going on in life basically gave us the ultimatum to either trust God or run. And I'm gonna be honest, like I chose to run. I thought that the grass was gonna be greener on the other side. I thought that I was going to just have a better experience or a better opportunity moving back to my hometown, and that was really not the case. I feel like moving back to my hometown made me feel stuck in a sense, to where I was being questioned so much, or there were so many decisions that I had to make that I was almost sort of kind of looking for validation from people, which made me sit in the space of not doing anything at all. It's hard for you to make decisions when people don't accept the decision that you're making, but instead they want to change your mind or alter the choices that you're making. And when you feel like you're trying to be understood, or you're trying to make people feel happy and satisfied with the choices and decisions that you make, it puts you in a place sometimes where you can just sit and not do anything. When I was in Houston, I felt like I was continuously making steps forward. I wasn't stagnant, I wasn't stuck. Like I was growing mentally, I was growing in my career, and coming back to my hometown, I felt like it was just very hard for me to continue to take those steps forward. I either took steps backwards or I just didn't take any steps at all, and that's not what I wanted for myself. Reason number 2 why I regret moving back to my hometown is because I feel like there is not enough opportunity here for me, at least in the city that I live in. Obviously, if you guys are watching this video, you know that I am a content creator. I feel like there are nowhere close to opportunities for creators here in my hometown the way that there was in Houston. In Houston, I was surrounded by creators, entrepreneurs. Like I was surrounded by brand influencer people who did what it was that I did. And there were a lot of opportunities for me, like a lot of events that I could show up at. There were a lot of people that I could network with because we all do the same thing. I also feel like there's a lack of personal growth. I feel like I'm being challenged mentally, but I'm not being challenged in a way that's going to help me grow. If anything, I'm being challenged in the way that makes me change who it is that I am to kind of fit in with the people that I'm around. And I personally feel like I don't fit in with anybody. I personally feel like I don't want to fit in. I'm around a lot of people who do a lot of the same things, but it's not what it is that I want to do. So I just feel like I'm being challenged in a way of like having to figure out, do you want to continue the path that you're on and seemingly be on that path by yourself, or move back to your hometown and almost have to get on the path of everybody else, or else you'll be by yourself. Reason number 3, and this is a big one for me, honestly. Reason number 3 why I regret moving back to my hometown: family and social expectations. Family and friends. My relationships with people would have been different. My relationships with my family would change, or just like the drama would change. People's mindset around me, you know, maybe that might be selfish, but like I just feel like things would have changed because, of course, with time you start to miss a person. With friends, that I would be involved in more things that I was actually invited to be involved in. I feel like with family, I would be left out of a lot of drama simply because we had missed so much time, you know, being around each other. They had missed so much time being around my kids that I just would not have to deal with being put in positions that would make me not want to be around people. I was mentally happier being in a place where I knew nobody, and I was starting to get to know people. I was starting to network. I was starting to build relationships, than being in a state or a city where I have known people my whole life and still felt by myself, still felt alone. I thought I was gonna come back to people changing and being different, and I really just came back to people still being in their old ways that made me 100% comfortable with leaving in the first place. It feels like conversations are the same. It feels like people's day-to-day habits are the same, and it just feels like I am not trying to fit in this dynamic, but it's like there's nothing new, therefore I'm stuck in something that I really don't want to be, simply because nothing has changed. I definitely feel like people that I finally started to become comfortable with not being in this space again. I felt like when I moved to a different state, I was finally starting to meet new people. I was finally starting to be around new faces. Like I was finally starting to like cultivate and create new relationships that were turning into friendships, just for me to come back home and still almost feel like I was fighting to be accepted in spaces with people who made me feel alone in the first place, or made me feel like they didn't really care much about the friendship the way that I felt. That's just not the feeling that I felt when I was in Houston. Reason number 4 why I regret moving back to my hometown: it does feel a little bit unfulfilling. Like I feel like I'm looking for those exciting experiences that I felt when I was in a whole nother state, and now that I'm back in my hometown, I'm kind of just looking around like I chose to leave this to come back to this. Not saying that there's anything wrong with where it is that I live, but I just felt like I experienced bigger, like I experienced more, only to come back here and feel like I'm in the same space. And now I'm kind of just looking around like, where is the magic? Like, where is the big bang gonna come from? Like, what, like, is this it? Like, is this all that I am subjected to? And I just didn't feel like that when I was in a whole nother state where there was nobody but me, my kids, and my husband. And we made that excitement because it was just us. We made that excitement because we were around the excitement. We were around new things. And now that I'm back in a place that just feels old and familiar, I feel like I'm looking for the excitement to happen, and it just has not happened. Reason number 5 why I regret moving back to my hometown is because I knew better. I was starting to feel a little bit homesick around the holidays or around birthdays where we could not have family there, because obviously we were so far. Texas and California is about 21 hours apart. I mean, Houston and Fresno. I live in Fresno now. I was in Houston. It's about 21 hours apart. And I knew what it was that I was leaving, as far as feeling like I didn't have the social connections with friends that I needed to feel fulfilled, and I definitely did not have that in my family. So I knew what I was walking away from, but to feel in those moments that I was missing out on something. Like I would talk to somebody who was back home, or I would see something on social media, and it just felt like I was missing out. Like I had that FOMO, like so-and-so's having a baby shower, or so-and-so's having a birthday party, or it's this holiday, or like this is going on, and I'm not there. It just felt like I was missing out. But to be honest, the things that looked exciting on social media in my hometown are just not exciting now that I'm here. Like, yeah, this person might be having a baby shower, but there was also a fight at that baby shower, or there was an argument, or yeah, this person might be celebrating their birthday, but like there was chaos going on at the birthday party, or maybe this person's not agreeing with that, so now there's weird energy. Like, it just feels like the fear of missing out took over me, so much so that I used that as a reason to be like, yes, like I'm gonna escape. Like, with all that was going on in my life at the time that I chose to leave Houston, I really, and I'm not afraid to admit it, like, I just, something that I have to sit with, I am really like coming to the terms where I thought the grass was greener on the other side. Same thing with divorce. Like, I thought that there was just somebody better, that there was something better. Like, you think when you're in comparison mode that there is something better, instead of sitting and trying to see what's better in the situation that you're in. And I just was not willing to do that. I also feel like now that my husband and I are talking about relocating and going back to Houston, it's gonna be a lot harder. I know that the experiences that I have are not necessarily the experiences that my kids have, or not necessarily the experience that my husband has, but the same unfulfilled feelings that I had before I chose to move are the same feelings that I have being back. Now I kind of have to just deal with, dang, am I stuck here? Dang, am I ever going to be able to leave? Dang, is God ever going to give me that opportunity again? While still trying to find some type of joy while I'm here, while still trying to live unapologetically who I am and how I am while I'm here, while trying to block out all the noise and distractions to stay laser focused on my career, my marriage while I'm here. It definitely can be hard when you are in an environment that you feel like you are just not thriving in. So those are the 5 reasons why I regret moving back to my hometown. And again, I keep saying this, which I don't have to. I hope nobody takes this and feels no type of way. This is just based off of my personal experiences, the things that I've had to deal with, and what life has been for me before I left, while I was gone, and when I chose to come back. I definitely wish that I would have stuck it out in Houston and allowed for God to show me just how good it can get, okay? Instead of thinking that it could be greater and better if I go backwards, because now I really feel like I went backwards and I feel stuck, and that's not such a good feeling. But anyways, you guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment below and let me know if anything that I said to you guys made sense. Comment below and let me know if you're gonna share this video with the person who needs to see it. Comment below and just let me know if you felt me at all. If you haven't done this yet, make sure you go subscribe, turn on the notifications, and give this video a big thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.